Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have completed the first dialogue. We understood everything in this dialogue, vocabulary and grammar. And inshallah, let's start the second dialogue. As usually, and as what we used to do, we read it first. خولة خولة السلام عليكم خديجة وعليكم السلام خولة اسمي خولة ما اسمك خديجة اسمي خديجة خولة كيف حالك خديجة بخير والحمد لله وكيف حالك أنت خولة بخير والحمد لله. Let's start inshallah, starting with feminine names. We see here خولة خديجة. It's good if you try to study some names, masculine names, feminine names, you use them in your sentences. That would be good inshallah. So خولة, this is the first name. I say خولة, but if I need to pause, we said before, if you pause putting sukun on the last letter. So how we say it? We say خولت. We say no. The ta marbuta, this letter, when you pause on it, you have to change it to be ha marbuta. So the ta is converted to be ha when you stop on it, but ta is marbuta. The normal ta, we pause on it as normal ta. But the ta that's marbuta, this form, when we pause on it, we read it as ha. So when we join, we say خولة. When we pause, we say خولة. خولة. Like this. خولة. خولة. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Yes. So خولة if we pause, خولة if we join. And there is something else we need to know. It's a preface to advanced rules, inshallah. All feminine names cannot be with tanween. We say خولة. We don't say خولة. Simply, all feminine names comes with dhamma, not to dhamma. Comes with fatha, not to fatha. This is for feminine names. That's unlike the masculine names. We can say Muhammadun. We use two dhamma with masculine names, but we don't use two dhamma or two fatha with feminine names. So for Muhammad, we can say Muhammadun, but for Khawlatu and Khadijatu, we just put dhamma here. This is the first point. Khawlatu says, Assalamu alaikum. Khadijatu says, Wa alaykumus salam. Assalamu alaikum wa alaykumus salam. Khawlatu says, Ismi Khawlatu. My name is Khawla. I think you know that. What you notice? You notice the same my is used the same way, the same case for both masculine and feminine. So you say my name is me for masculine and also is me for feminine. So no change for my. So ismi khawlatu mas. We don't pronounce alif and alif. Try to remember what we said before. Masmuki. Masmuki. Now let me ask you, what do you get? What do you understand from this? I think you understood everything. To use your for masculine, we put ka has fatha preceded by dhamma. Ismuka. To use your for feminine, you are talking to a woman. For feminine, we use ki with a kasra. Ki preceded by dhamma. So your name, when you are talking to a man, you say ismuka. Your name, talking to a woman, you say ismuki. Now, let me ask you how to say your house. Before you answer, you need to inquire. Your house, we are talking to a man, or I say your house talking to a woman? Let me answer this question. Let's say you are talking to a woman. Your for a woman is ki, not ka. So your house, do you remember house? You should have done that before. House is bayt. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. That's Quran. So bayt is a house. Your house for feminine, you put dhamma and ki, not ka. So baytuki, your name ismuki, your pen qalamuki, your book kitabuki, and so on. So what we got from that all is your for feminine is ki, not ka. Ka for masculine and ki for feminine. That's good. So I think you understand the whole meaning. So Khadijatu says, Ismi Khadijatu. My name is Khadijatu. Then Khawlatu says, Kayfa haluki. How is your condition? If you remember, how is your condition? Your condition for masculine, haluka. Your condition for feminine, haluki. And we said you don't need to know all that. You don't need to know its condition and your. Just you study the whole sentence, the whole idiom to means how are you for masculine. كيف حالك for feminine. كيف حالك. To understand more details about that, you should revise the first dialogue. So Khadija says, بخير. The same. Walhamdulillahi, the same as masculine. وكيف حالك أنت. وكيف حالك أنت. Now, tell me what you understand. You should say, I understand. That's أنت in the first dialogue means you for masculine and singular. To say you for feminine singular, you say anti, not anta. So let me ask you, you are talking to your sister and you want to say you are a Muslim. You are a Muslim talking to your sister. You are, we just say you for feminine, anti. You are, what's are? What's are? We don't use are at all in Arabic. There is no verb to be in Arabic. So we just say anti. Muslim, we say Muslim. But let's take a note. Let's take a general information. Let's enrich our language for next classes and next levels, inshallah. We know Muslim is Muslim, but to say Muslim woman, to change the masculine to feminine in Arabic, it's super easy. To change masculine from masculine to feminine, it's super easy. You put fatha and add ta. Muslimatun. If I join, how to pause? Muslimah. Muslimatun when we join, Muslimah when we pause. So now I think there is a question came to your mind. We said the names feminine has no tanween. We don't put to dhamma. We say khawlatu, not khawlatun. And this feminine, muslimatun, we said to dhamma. Why we don't say the same as khawlatu, khadijatu, and we say muslimatu, just one dhamma? You can guess it. Let me tell you. Muslim is not a name. Muslim is a description. My name is Mahmoud. This is my name, proper name. This is proper now. But my religion is Islam, so I am Muslim. I am Muslim. This is my description, not my name. So the feminine names only cannot be with tanween. But any other feminine descriptions, nouns, we put tanween normally, no problem. So let's revise this rule. What this rule says, any masculine description, let's say Muslim. If you want to change it to be a feminine, to be for female, put fatha followed by ta. Muslimatun. Muslimatun. So let's say you are a Muslim. How to say in Arabic? If you talk to a man, you say Anta Muslim. Anta Muslim. If you talk to a woman, you say Anti, not Anta, Anti, and you say Muslimatun. If we need to pause here, pause, you change Muslimatun, you pronounce it as ha with sukun, Muslimah. Anti Muslimah. Anti Muslimah. Let's practice this. I say, for example, you are tall. What's meaning of tall? You don't need to memorize it now. I will tell you just for practice. Tall is طويل. 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 This is tall. Now let's say you are tall. Before you answer, you need to inquire. You are talking to a man or to a woman. You are describing a man that he is tall or a woman. Let's say first man. So if man, you here is anta with fatha. R is not used in Arabic. Tall is طويل. أنت طويل. If we join, if you pause, أنت طويل. Pause, putting sukun. So أنت طويل means you are tall. Now let's say the same sentence with feminine. Let's try to change it. You are tall, talking to a woman. First of all, we make sure you, not anta. You, not anta. You for feminine is anti. Then how to say tall for woman? How to say tall as a feminine? We said we use the normal masculine طويل, but we put fatha on the last letter and add ta marbuta, and we say طويلة طويلة طويلة. أنت طويلة. أنت طويلة. أنت طويلة. That's everything. So now it's important how to change from masculine to feminine with descriptions. So let's continue. What we just said here. وكيف حالك أنت? أنت is you, feminine singular, and here in such sentences, I think you remember, we use it as to. وكيف حالك أنت? And how are you too? The answer is بخير, fine, والحمد لله, and alhamdulillah, and mashallah. The second dialogue we completed it fast. We completed it so fast, and so fast, so good. Alhamdulillah. Why is that? Because we studied everything in the first dialogue, and this is Arabic. You understand very well first lesson. The second lesson would be more easy. You study the first and the second, the third would be more easy, and so on. You get new information from each class, add it to the previous information. That would be gradual reading, and inshallah would be very easy. Now let's do quick revision to this dialogue. خولة. We can't say خولة, all that if we need to join to the next. If we pause the ta marbuta, you pause on it, becomes ha. So خولة, not خولة. So خولة or خولة. Assalamu alaikum. خديجة or خديجة. وعليكم السلام. خولة says اسمي خولة. اسمي خولة. My name is خولة. And my is the same in both masculine and feminine. اسمي خولة. ما اسمك? This is a difference between masculine and feminine. Your and you. That's everything in this dialogue. Your for feminine is ki, preceded by dhamma. You is anti. So your ki, you anti. And for masculine, it's ka and it's anta. Ka and anta. So masmuki, what is your name? Khadijatu says ismi Khadijatu. My name is Khadijatu. Khawlatu says kayfa haluki. Kayfa is how. How is Ahmad? Kayfa Ahmad. How is Fatima? Kayfa Fatima. And so on. كيف حالك, the whole sentence means how are you for feminine, talking to a woman that's feminine and singular. So what about if you're talking to a man? We say كيف حالك. كيف حالك. خديجة says بخير or بخير if you pause. والحمد لله. وكيف حالك أنتِ. And how are you too for feminine? We make sure of the kasra of ki and kasra of ti. خولة says بخير والحمد لله. So everything in this dialogue is repeated. We do it for the second time. The only new rules is how to say ki for your, preceded by dhamma, not ka. Ka for masculine, ki for feminine, and anti is you for feminine. That's everything. Do good job, inshallah. Do good revision and revise the first and second dialogue. And we said the best way you read this many times and then you cover this page and try to see the whole dialogue or close to it with your head without looking. If you could do all that, that means you understood the vocabulary, you understood the grammar, and you practice them all yourself. Try to do that. Inshallah, we hope you good luck. See you in the next class, inshallah. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.